Hi all, good morning. Yesterday we have discussed about order by and we have seen that how we can use case statement within order by. Okay, and I hope you guys have understood at least a little bit. Rahul, can you go on mute? Okay, and these are the assignment questions I have given. I really appreciate most of you have worked on the assignment questions and surprised that the solution was correct for most of you. A few minor issues were there, so I will discuss it today. But really, it was good. You guys are working on the assignments and trying your level best. Even if it is incorrect, that's not a concern, but trying, that's the best part. Okay, I will quickly give an overview of few of the assignment questions, which are a little tricky. And if you have question in any confusion in any particular question, you can ask that as well. Here the question is write a SQL query to display India at top and other countries in ascending order without hard coding any integer number alphabet string other than 30. So first of all, is the question clear? Is the question clear, guys? So here the question is okay, you have to display India at the top and other countries in an ascending order. So what to do for that? Any idea?
Yeah, we can use any special character in the place of
Do one thing, ignore this one
integers.
for the time being. Ignore this one for the time being. Okay. Just I want to display India at top. So we have to write order by case. Background. Order by case when name equal India, then one else two. So this is the very simple syntax we have seen yesterday, and we have seen that India will be displayed at the top in all of the countries in ascending order. Before I proceed further, any question in this syntax? Hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Okay, if I will write 100 else 200, then what will be the output?
Same.
Still
It's
it will be
same.
the same output. Okay. Why? Because we are keeping India in the bucket number 100 and all other countries will be in the bucket number 200. So while sorting, bucket number 100 will be placed at the top and on then the bucket number 200 will be placed after that. So I hope this is clear. What if I will write this? In this case, what is the output?
Same.
Same output. Why?
Not same. It's like India will go last.
Here will go last. Okay.
No, the same output because the ASCII of capital A is smaller than the ASCII of small.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought other way.
Remember one thing. Yesterday, someone asked the same question that we have to learn the ASCII of each and every character. So no. Few points you can keep in very simple. ASCII of integers and numbers numbers integers, they have the lowest ASCII value as compared to your lowercase or uppercase. Then second is your uppercase. Then third is your. You don't have to remember the exact value. Just remember this. Okay. Numbers, they have the lowest ASCII value, then uppercase, then lowercase. So here, first of all, we are using uppercase, and then we have lowercase. So if I will compare this uppercase A and lowercase a, which will be having less ASCII value.
Uppercase.
Uppercase A will be having less ASCII value as compared to lowercase a. So India will be displayed at the top. Is this clear? Is this clear? Any question? No? Okay. What if I will write? What if I will write? In this case, what will happen?
It's same answer it will be.
In this case, what will happen? Sorry, Ashish.
It's the same because now you have mentioned integer values as one, and it has a lower ASCII values than strings.
Anyone else? Any other thought, please? Okay, let's check this. Inconsistent data type. Right. Same question I think someone asked. Not sure from your batch or some other batch. Someone asked. Okay, but whatever it may be. Why this is throwing error message?
We are actually we are comparing uh, integer and string, so I think that's the issue.
Okay, okay.
ASCII of 1 is less than ASCII of A.
Now you got the output.
Yeah, that was the issue, I think. If I'm
Before-
correct,
Before we'll discuss this output, first of all, try to understand what was the reason that when I executed this, it was throwing error message. The reason is this one is of integer data type, okay, and this A is of string or character varchar data type, okay. So that's why it's difficult for SQL engine to compare when I'm keeping this one within quotes. So now it is taking it as a string data type, okay.
Yeah. yes.
That is why now it is working. So you have to be very careful with this, or in order to avoid all this confusion, always keep this within quotes when you're using case statement. That is the best way. Okay, no confusion. Now tell me why India is displayed at the top. We'll explain this. Why India is at the top and the remaining countries in ascending order. Anyone who wants to explain this?
Tanvir, can we check the ASCII of
Very
one?
good. Very good. But again, I will tell that no need to check the ASCII. Just
Yeah.
remember this
Okay.
concept: ASCII of integer, then ASCII of uppercase, then ASCII of lowercase. This is the hierarchy. Okay, integers, yeah, numbers, uppercase. Just remember this one. That is sufficient. Here, number is there. So numbers have less ASCII value as compared to uppercase. That's all. Story finished. No need to check the ASCII of 1 and ASCII of uppercase A. And that's why India will be displayed at the top. If you want, if you're interested that no, I want to check, you can check it. Select ASCII. 1. Now, do 1. 49. Okay, the ASCII value is 49. Then select ASCII of uppercase A. What is the value? 65. Now I hope it is clear. Is this clear? Any question?
Yeah, it's clear. Can I take you back a little bit, please?
Okay.
I joined late. I don't know if you have already taken care of.
I woke up and I
Oh,
said,
oh my goodness.
no, no,
Hello?
no, I woke up by myself.
Can you hear
Are you
me?
sure? I'll plug
No,
my
no, it was me.
Yeah, John. Yeah, please go ahead.
So sorry, I was talking about the statement before the one highlighted. The previous one. Have you already taken care of it? I came in late. So if you can switch the lowercase to where the uppercase is, and then take the uppercase to where the lowercase is, and then run it. And then when I did it, I see China at the top. I don't know how to get it down to bring India at the top. So I don't know if something was wrong with my query. So I was just hoping to see how you're gonna do it.
Okay, fine. We will see that now. Okay. See.
Okay, thanks.
Just quickly, I will summarize what I have taught so far. Just remember this line, this last line. This is the hierarchy of ASCII value. Integers or numbers, they have the lowest ASCII value as compared to uppercase. And then uppercase has a low, if I'm comparing this, uppercase has a less hierarchy value as compared to lowercase. So just remember this hierarchy, that's all. That is what I was discussing in this question, that here we have mentioned case when name is equal to India, then A else lowercase a. So uppercase A is having less high ASCII value or lowercase a. Which one?
What is the question again, please?
Here this uppercase A has a low hierarchy or the lowercase has.
Uppercase has.
So India will be displayed at the top. Okay.
Yes.
Then second example I have shown, I have used here one else A. So here one has less hierarchy, less ASCII value as compared to uppercase A. So here again your India will be displayed at the top. This is what I have discussed so far. Any question? Any question?
So my
anyone?
question was, if you switch the lowercase a
I will swap.
to the other side and switch B and switch the uppercase A to the other side and execute it, will India still be at the top? Because I'm having problem with one of the questions.
We'll discuss that sometime.
Okay.
We'll discuss that, yeah.
Okay.
So
thanks.
guys, is no problem. So guys, is this clear? Anyone, any question? Shall I proceed?
Yes,
Yes.
it's clear.
Good. No. So let's start from country. Number 5 is when name goes India. I'm executing this query. Okay. Just check the output. Are you getting the same output? Same output, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can you tell me what is the difference between this query and this query? What is the difference? This query number 1 and this query number 2. What is the difference?
For query 2, we
Hmm.
have one extra condition of else, if you can see. Like we are
Okay.
bucketing the query into two types.
Hmm.
And for the query 1, we have only one bucket, but I think it will give the same output.
Okay, good.
Can we check through the like how we create that worksheet?
Sure, we'll show that. Uh,
I think
Satya
I think
speaks.
I think in the first query, you'll have one for India. For rest, other whatever is there category, it will be missing. Nothing won't be. It won't have anything there. But in the second bucket, I think in the second query for India, it will be one, and rest all other it will keep two.
Good. Almost good
I think
explanation.
I think in the first query, so other than India, remaining country names are not sorted. Sorry, not ordered. I think.
Let's check. Before I explain this query one, I'm assuming that query two is clear to each and every participant in this group. How it works, how the bucketing I explained that yesterday. Was that clear? Right?
Yes.
Yeah. Tanvir,
Yeah. Tell me.
yesterday you said we have only one bucket. Keep it on the all the records in one bucket. We have to give the condition. India is the top. Otherwise, remaining fields are ascending order. I think
Yeah.
maybe query one.
Let's check it. No problem. Give me 1 minute. These are very important concepts. That's why I'm ready to take time because this will be used in window functions. If it is not clear now, face problem while solving window functions. I can understand it. So we're talking about this query, right? This is your country table. And please ask questions if it is not clear. Just stop me then and there in discussions. This is your country table and this is the query. Let's try to understand how this query is working. First of all, from country will come into picture. Your SQL engineer will make a copy of it, keep in the temporary memory. This is done. Then you have written order by case when name is equal to India, then one. So bucket one will be there, and this you will keep this India. Okay, fine. I hope so far it is clear to everyone. Till here. After that, I have not mentioned anything. Else part is not there, right? Okay. Before I explain this, before we understand how this query is working, one thing from protocol perspective or syntax perspective, whenever you are using case statement, whenever you are using case statement, else part is not mandatory. Okay, make a note of this point. Else part is not mandatory. Many a times I have seen my participants or during interviews, candidates, if I will remove this else part, they will tell that this will throw error message because then we else should be there in the case statement. That is the syntax. You have not mentioned else, so this will throw error message. So first of all, make it clear. First of all, make it clear that else is not mandatory. It is not mandatory that you have to write else part. Even if you will not write, it will work. First of all, is this clear? Okay. But this end is mandatory. You have to write this end because the significance of this end is from this end you are telling to SQL engine that I don't have any other condition. This is the last condition. So end is mandatory. If you will miss this end, it will throw error message. Else is not mandatory. Else is optional. That is totally based on the requirement. First of all, is this clear? Okay.
Yes, anyway, it's clear.
Now coming to this query. Order by case when name is equal to India, then one, we have created a bucket one, we have kept India in this. And then there is no other condition, case is over. No, case is over. Then you have to sort it. This is one bucket. For this, you have not created any bucket, right? So all these remaining countries, you have not created any bucket. Now SQL engine has to sort this. What he will do, he will now assume this as a separate bucket by default. He will not give any number, but he will assume that, okay, this is the remaining countries on separate bucket. After this, what will happen? When you have mentioned explicitly a bucket, by default, it will keep this at the top. Okay. And the remaining countries, after this, you have mentioned name. So it will sort this first of all. Okay, within this, it will sort it. After sorting, then finally it will display the values here. Afghanistan, China. Okay. So like this, it will keep on sorting. So that is why even if you're not writing else, SQL engine will consider this as a separate bucket, but this will be given less priority because here we have not mentioned anything. So first of all, the bucket what you have written, that will be given priority. And that is why you're getting the same output like this.
So Tanvi, that will be in ascending order, or
Yes.
or
Yes, that
ASCII
will be in ascending order because ascending and descending, it is taken care by this. Okay, you have mentioned name, no? The remaining countries will be sorted in ascending order because they have mentioned here common name. So SQL engine will understand that, okay, for each and every bucket, then I have to sort. So in the bucket when we have India only, there's no sense of sorting it. Then the other bucket, we have this countries, it will sort this in ascending order, then the remaining countries will be ascending order. Is that clear? Is that clear?
Yes, yes, Tanvi.
So
Thank you.
this no problem. So this name, and you can see after comma I have given this name. No? So the significance of this name is you are telling to SQL engine that SQL what all buckets you have. So sort the data within that bucket. Okay. If you will write here name descending. Suppose if I'm writing here name descending. So now tell me what will happen. Who will answer this?
So India will be at the last.
India will be at the last.
No, India will be at the top and remaining countries will be like ordered in descending order.
India will be at the top only because India you have kept in bucket one. You see, this is the top priority. Bucket one will be kept at the top, and the remaining countries after that. Okay, see, remaining countries is all remaining countries. No, this will be kept after that. Okay. This is done. Then SQL MLC user has mentioned name. So this name means within each bucket. This was bucket one, and this was the remaining bucket. So now within each bucket, your SQL engine will sort it. Within this bucket, it will sort it. Within this bucket, it will sort it. If I will mention here name descending, now check the output. Tell me what is the difference in the output.
Only
India is at the top.
Yeah.
Still India is at the top, and the remaining countries will stay in the descending order. Correct?
Yeah.
So is this query clear to everyone? Hope it is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now if I will write 100, then what will be the output?
It will work as usual.
Work in the same manner. Okay.
Same output.
So you're getting the same output because India you have given bucket number 100 and the remaining countries will be in the separate bucket. That will not be given priority. Bucket number 100 will be given priority. And that's why India is displayed at the top.
Now, one thing we can see, Tanvir, here you have mentioned integer number 100 because there was nothing else to like compare.
Ah.
That's why it was working.
Here we have given integer, but that is what I'm telling to make a practice that give this. Maybe you guys will get confused. Take this.
Please, what's the significance of this number there in this query?
Okay, what is the significance of 100 in this query? That is a question.
Yes, the number in general, 100, 1, what's the significance?
You mean like why I've given 100 here? What is the significance of 100?
Yes,
Is that
yes.
significant? Okay. I'm just giving an example that you can give 100 or whatever you want. Okay, your wish. So how SQL engine will process this is, it will, suppose now this is the query. Okay. So in this case, what will happen? You have mentioned order by case when name is equal to India, then 100. So SQL engine will create a bucket with name 100, and in this bucket it will keep India. Okay. After that, you have not mentioned the else part. So you're not telling anything about the remaining countries what to do. So the remaining countries, what all are left out, it will keep it in a separate bucket. The remaining countries will be kept in a separate bucket, but this will not be given any number. Now, priority wise, the bucket what you have mentioned will be given the top priority. Here you have mentioned bucket 100 will be given the top priority, and the remaining countries will be given the next priority. Is this clear?
Yes.
I think who has asked? Xiaomi has asked. Okay. So this is the way it works. Any question? Anyone?
Hello, Tanvir.
Yeah.
So there is any specific reason this query is not working in MS SQL as the same way in your output? Because I ran the same query, but it is not giving me the same output. So
You have you shared the screenshot with me?
not a screenshot, but I still like getting the same thing. I'm
Share
not
the
getting.
screenshot. Okay, I will look into that
Okay.
because it should work. It should work. Okay, you send me the screenshot. I will look into that. Okay. Now tell me one thing. Okay, now I'm executing this query. Before I will execute this, 1 minute, guys. Uh, 1 minute, okay, just 1 minute. I will be back. Okay, so let's try to understand this query, how it is working. So this is the query. And this is our name. Now, first of all, which keyword will be executed here?
The star from country.
Select the star from country, right?
From country.
Correct. So first of all, from country will be executed. Okay. So you will make a copy of this. You will keep it here. I hope it is clear. From country will be executed. After from country, after from country, guys, which keyword?
Order by.
Order by. Okay. From country. Order by case, we name India. Let's keep it India. So in order by, you have mentioned when name in. What is the meaning of in India, China? Can anyone help me to understand this?
So now the bucket one will have two values, India and China.
Okay, so you are telling that in bucket one we'll be having India and China. Okay, okay.
And the remaining country will be assigned bucket two.
Then I have mentioned else two and so you are telling that then the remaining country will be bucket two. Okay. So bucket
So Tanvir, in
Yeah.
this query, in this query, India and China on top, and the remaining will be in second bucket.
let's see what will happen. Let's see. So far is it clear, everyone? So far any question? I have mentioned name in India, China. So I am telling to SQL Indian that SQL keep India and China in bucket one. Else two remaining country in the second bucket. That is in second bucket. Okay, and then I have end this. So far any question? No.
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 After this you have mentioned name. Okay, after this comma name you have mentioned. This is ascending or descending?
Ascending.
Ascending. Ascending.
Now tell me one thing. What is the significance of this last name? This one. What is the meaning? What is the significance of this? Why we add this?
To sort.
To sort what you want to sort?
We have to write the order by what the column we have order by, that name we have to give. That's why name. I think maybe
So what is the purpose of this? That is what my question is.
it is a column name.
Okay, that's
To
fine.
sort the result of the buckets.
Can you repeat, Sadiq? I think Sadiq person.
Yes. To repeat to order the results of the bucket of one and
At the last, this name means you are telling to SQL engine that SQL please sort the data of each and every bucket. Okay. So SQL engine will sort the data of bucket one internally. Then SQL engine will sort the data of two internally. So this is the meaning of this name. So in bucket one, if you will sort this internally, then what will happen? Which will be at the top?
China, then India.
China, then India. So bucket one sorting is done. Okay. Now bucket two you have to sort. In bucket two, which will be at the top, Afghanistan. And then you will be having which value then? Nepal, I think, right?
Yeah, Nepal.
Nepal. Then Pakistan will be there. And these all values will be there, right? Any questions so far?
Yeah, yes. I'm not clear how you have China and India in one bucket. Oh, okay, okay. I see it now. I see it. I see it in the statement now. I see it.
Okay. So is this clear? The importance of this last name, is it clear? So this last name meaning is you have to sort within bucket. So this sorting is done. Russia, Singapore, and then I think Sri Lanka will be there.
Actually, you missed Indonesia before Pakistan.
One question. So, like, as you write this query, India and China. So, why China name is on top, then India in bucket one? It should be India and China, right?
Can you repeat your question? Can you please repeat the question?
Yeah, I mean, in this question, in this statement, what we written is India should be in top, second should be in China. So, what we have written is China is a top and second is India. So, could you repeat how it come in the statement, this bucket?
Sure, sure. See, I have mentioned here to keep India and China in bucket one. That is the first thing. So in bucket one, you have India and China. Is this clear?
Yeah.
Then I have mentioned else two. So I'm telling in bucket two, you keep the remaining countries. So remaining countries in the bucket two. I hope it is also clear.
Yeah, clear.
Then I have mentioned common name. The meaning of this name is I'm telling to SQL engine that SQL within bucket whatever data you have, you sort it in ascending order. So now SQL engine will pick the bucket one. In this whatever you have, it will sort this in ascending order. So if you will sort India and China in ascending order, China will be at the top, then India will be there. So that is why here China is at the top and then India. Similarly, bucket to whatever you have, it is getting sorted here. So this is the meaning of this name. It will sort each and every bucket. Is it clear or any question, anyone?
Yeah, got it.
Are you saying that if you take out name from the query, India will be at top of China?
If I will take, if I will remove this last name which I've highlighted in red,
Yes.
there is no guarantee China will be at top or India will be at top. There is no guarantee for that. It will just display
Okay.
this bucket one at the top. Either India can be at top or China can be at top. That is the wish of SQL engine.
Okay.
So the significance of this name, is this clear to everyone? Any question? Alatola, you have raised hand. Do you have any question? That's by mistake. I think it's a mistake.
Tanvir, that name, it should be a column name, right?
Of course. So that should be a column name.
What we are using it in the case statement.
Yes. Of course. Hope it is clear.
Yes,
Okay.
but just to get it clear, so any name that is in the column of the table is what will take the place of the name there, right?
Yeah. This is the column name. Don't get confused.
Yes.
This name is the column name.
So it
Just
could be
simply I have
anything.
mentioned it. Yeah, this can be anything. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. What next? What will happen after this? What SQL engine will do after this?
It will print all the values.
We'll put bucket one on top, bucket two.
Yes.
Then it will give bucket one at the top. So this will be at the top. And then bucket two will be displayed after this. So this should be the output. Or you can go here. I'm running this, please verify the output now. Is this the correct output what you have done the analysis?
Yes, Tanvir.
This is the output of your SQL engine. Please verify it. Same, China, India, and the remaining countries.
Yes.
I hope it is clear now.
Yeah.
Yes.
Now,
Hi, Tanvir.
hi, Chola. Yeah, you have some question.
Okay, yeah, I'm just curious. Why are we using an other clause? I mean, a case construct in an order by construct. I mean, an order by clause. Why are we using that?
Okay. Your question is why we use case in order by. Is that your question?
Yes, exactly.
So the reason is we can customize it. Okay, we can customize that which record we want to display at top and which record we want to display after that. Because see, if I'm writing select a star from country, ordered by name. If I will execute this query order by name only, you see Afghanistan and China and all those things is sorted in ascending order, right? Is that clear, Etola?
Yes, I'm with you.
If I will write descending, then you will get this output. Okay.
Yeah.
Now if I will ask you that I want India at the top, so which one should I use, ascending or descending?
None.
If I want to display India
Yes,
at the
madam.
top, so which one should I display? And which one should I use, ascending or descending? None of
As-
them will work, right? You see, if I'm using descending, India is coming at this position. If I'm trying
Yeah.
ascending, so India is again at somewhere third position, but India is not coming at the top.
Yeah.
So I want India to be at the top. So for that, we are using case statement. You see this one which I taught you. I think maybe you have missed previous classes. Check for there. So that is what I told, that you have to use this. So here I'm telling I want India at the first bucket and then other remaining countries. Okay. So when you want to customize your sorting, in that case we use this case statement. Or as Daratullah, I will suggest you one thing. You go through the recording of yesterday and day before yesterday. We have discussed this in detail. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Have you missed yesterday class or day before yesterday class?
I missed yesterday's class, though I watched the
That's the
video. I skimmed through the video.
That's the reason. You go through the recording, and if you're getting stuck, let me know.
All right,
Discuss it,
thanks.
Okay.
Tanvir, I have a question here.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so in few cases you are using numbers within quotes, and few cases you are using without quotes. So in both the conditions, numbers are working in the case, right? So any particular reason for using that quote?
I will suggest always keep this within quotes. That's what
Okay.
I will suggest. Always keep this within quotes.
It's a best practice, right?
That's
Okay.
best practice.
Okay, okay.
Tanvir, I have a question. So,
Mhm.
so in the name we are giving it right at the end. So if the table has more than one column, so it's like any column just we can provide and
Any column.
okay.
Any column.
then-
If you have name, salary, ID, department, whatever you want, but that should justify your business requirement. That column you have to provide here. Okay. In our case, we have only name column, so I'm using name. If you want to use it,
I'm asking like just it will like use that column to identify whether the bucket should be ordered in descending or ascending. More than that, there is no use of that in the column. So even if I provide name column or salary column, it will just take that whether it has to be ordered in descending and ascending the records in the bucket.
but in that case, it will sort the salary column. Okay. In that case, the salary column will be sorted.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
No, if we are adding the names in the bucket, but we are giving salary column. So, for example, I'm telling.
Okay. You mean that you are giving name here, but here you want to give salary.
Some other column I am giving. So it the use of this name column would be to identify whether ascending or descending, and based on that it will be ordered in the buckets.
Sorry, your voice is breaking, but maybe I understood what you're trying to tell.
Okay.
Let me do some changes. Just to cater to your question, what you're asking, I have added a column population. Okay. Now this is the table. Select a start from country. Here you have name and population. Okay. Now see here. Now let's try to understand this. If I will write select the start from country more than 5 days when population equals 550 else 2. Now tell me, if I will execute this query, Then what is the meaning of this query, first of all? What is the meaning of this query, guys?
So based on the population, it will order the records in the table.
Good. So which record will be at
Population
the
550, keep it
Yeah,
on the top.
550 will be top. Remaining will be ordered in ascending order.
in ascending order of population, right? Okay, let's check it. 550 is at the top, correct? And remaining countries,
Yeah.
the state is ascending order 100, 150,
Yes, it is correct.
156, 100, 267, right? So you can use any column, okay, your wish. But yes, sorting will happen on that particular column there. Here you are telling I want 550 at the top, so it is just playing the column. Okay. Is that clear?
Yes.
Any other question? I am not sure who has asked this question.
No, if we use the name in the when in the case statement, and if we use the population in the order by, so
Okay.
so that's what my question.
So you are telling that in case I want to use name. Which one you? Let's keep India at the top.
Yeah, India. Yes.
This is the query you are telling, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. In this case, what will happen? Your India will be at the top. Okay. And remaining countries will be sorted in ascending order of population. Let's check the output.
Okay, okay.
First of all, India is at the top. Okay. Now, remaining countries, you see it is in the ascending order of population 150, 156, 200, 270, 46, like that.
Okay,
Is that
okay.
clear?
Yeah, I got it. So initially, I understood that the significance of that column that we are providing is that, right? So it just will tell the SQL engine to populate like order in ascending or descending in the records that we are that are in the bucket. So instead of looking into the values of the actual column that we are providing at the end.
So this population at the end, what we are providing. So this based on this, it will sort it.
Okay, okay.
Any other question?
And even we can provide a name also, right? So name and population both.
You can provide that as well, your wish. That as well you can do. So in case of conflict, then it will take the next one. You can try that. Okay, no issues. Any other question?
Sorry. Yes. I mean, you explained something yesterday, but it got me confused. So I don't know if you can demonstrate it again. If you put 1 in place of these two, that's then 1 else 1. In this example, what do you think will be the result?
Here you
Yes.
want
1, yes.
Okay. Okay, good. Same concept, exactly same. See, India is coming at the top because you mentioned India, right?
Yes.
And then you are telling that sort based on the population. So now see, remaining are based on the population 150, 156, and all these things.
Yes.
Right? Is it clear?
Yes. If it was not India, if it was one of the population that is bigger, what would it be? Let's say in the middle.
This is what you're telling?
Yes.
Okay. Now see, in this case, what will happen? You have kept everything in the bucket 1, right? So bucket 1
Yes.
has all these countries. Now you are telling to sort this bucket 1 based on the population. So that is a bucket 1 is sorted based on the population now.
Yes, it is, but Russia is not at the top.
Okay. Explain using Excel sheet. So this is our table. Okay. Let's try to understand this. You are telling to create bucket 1. In that bucket, what we have here? Russia. Okay, John?
Yes.
Remaining countries where you are keeping, John? In which bucket?
1.
So all the remaining countries will be bucket 1. So far is it clear?
Yes.
Okay. The case condition is over. Then you have mentioned population. Okay. So let me mark the population as well. This is 267. Now tell me what is the significance of this population?
To sort them based on population in ascending order.
So which will be at the top in ascending order? 100?
No.
Why? Population 100 will be at the
It's
top in
mixed.
ascending order.
That should be 100 now.
So population 100 will be at the top. So India will
Yeah,
come at
India
the top
100,
here.
yes, at the top.
Then
Yes.
150. Indonesia. Okay.
Yes.
And then it will keep on going, right? After 150, you have
And 156.
Pakistan is there. Yes. Check this
Yes.
output. Check this output. Where is it?
Pakistan. Yes.
Now check this out. It's the same way, right? 100, 150, 156. Correct?
Yes.
Is it clear now?
Okay. Yes, I guess it's clear. So I just have to remember that it's just an internal process. So Russia does not have to be at the top.
Yes. Okay.
Okay.
I think it is clear. A lot of discussion we have done on order by. I hope it should be clear now to everyone. Shall I proceed?
I have a question.
Yeah, come.
Yeah, actually, like in previous example, you explained in the country table, if we have to sort like the first bucket should be in descending and the second bucket should be in ascending order, then how should we proceed?
Okay, it should be in descending. Actually, that doesn't make any sense. I understood what you're telling. Very good use case. But actually, that doesn't make any sense. And I will tell you how to handle it. So you are telling, suppose this example, right? So you are telling that you want to keep India and China at the second position and the remaining countries at the first position. That is what you are telling. Is that your question?
Yeah, like in first bucket, if we have more number of countries, then it should be ordered in descending, and the second bucket should be ordered in ascending.
Then you just, you want to customize the buckets. That okay, first bucket in this way and second bucket in that way, in some other different fashion. That is what you're telling. Okay. So give me some time. That I will explain after some time. I got it.
Okay.
I will explain in that. So far, is it clear? All these things, guys? Okay, fine. Now, suppose if I am executing this query, now check the output. Afghanistan and all those things are there. India is at the bottom. What is the reason India is at the bottom? Here, this is a little bit different. I have used the special character at and this hyphen, right? Let's see. Select. Yeah, tell me.
It is due to that at the rate have a higher ASCII value than dash.
Good. Let's find the ASCII value of this. Correct.
Yeah.
You're correct. ASCII of @ from dual is the value 64. Select ASCII from 12. What is the value? 45. I hope it should be clear now. Okay. So now this query will be converted in Add with 64, it will be 64 here. It's 45 here. Okay. So from this example, I want to make you understand, you can use a special characters as well, your wish. Is that fine? Okay.
Yes, Tanvir, we can move forward.
So that's all from my end, moderate perspective. Any question now? Let's go to the assignments. So here the question was without hard coding any integer, number, alphabet. No, nothing you have to hard code. No integer, no number, no alphabet is allowed. So what you will do, you can play with this special character, or you can write like this. Just give a blank space. So India is at the top. I'm not hard coded anything. Again, blank space, because blank space also has ASCII value. That is why India is at the top and many countries in the ascending order. Any question? No? Is it clear? It's clear. Question number 2 I have discussed yesterday already. Then tell me which question you want me to discuss, guys, because all the concepts of order by which one? This one?
6.
This one?
6.
Oh, 6 number. 6 number now. This is again simple now. Now you guys are matured enough. You can solve this. So this is employee table. And I want to sort in this manner. First of all, HOD, then professor, then instructor. Then we want to select star from employee, order by case. What should I write here?
When designation
Designation equal to
HOD.
HOD 1 is 2. Okay. And then we write here
But we need to give designation again in this end.
now verify this output. Verify
Yeah,
this
it will
output.
work.
Is it fine? HOD is at the top. Then you have professor, then you have instructor. That was the question. HOD, professor, instructor, and salary should be in descending order. Within HOD, please check salary is in descending order. Okay. And within professor, salary is in descending order. Within instructor, salary is in descending order. Is this clear?
So
1 minute, guys. 1 minute. Hold on. Yeah, no ask question. Yeah.
yeah, so Tanvir, in this case, it will act as a nested if condition. Similar to that only
No.
here we are.
This is not necessary. And now I will explain you what is the meaning of this query.
So can we avoid the third case when designation equal to instructor? After then two, we can put else 3.
Yes, sir. We can avoid that as well. I will show that. Good catch. This is the employee table. Okay. And this is the query I have written. Let's try to understand this query. query I have written. Here I am telling when designation is equal to HOD, then 1. So in bucket 1, you will be having HOD designation, right? So these all are the HOD. This will be in bucket 1. Okay. In bucket 2, what you want? Professor. This is the professor. Bucket 2. In bucket 3, what you want? Instructor. Instructor will be in bucket 3. Hope it is clear so far. So from this example, I am showing you that you can create n number of buckets. There is no restriction. Okay. Then at the last, you are telling salary descending. So this salary descending means you are telling to SQL engine that within each bucket, sort the data in descending order. Okay. So here in bucket 1, this will be sorted in descending order. So now the new bucket 1 will be, this will be displayed first, right? Descending order salary, and then this one. Okay. Second bucket. This is fine. Salary descending with 800 should be at the top, and then 300. So this is the second bucket. Now this is third bucket. This is also fine. Salary is in descending order. Now at the last, what will happen? You will place the values of bucket 1 at the top. This should be at the top, and this value bucket 2, and then bucket 3. So is this clear?
Then I have a question. So if there is a condition that only for HOD we need to do the salary as ascending, rest of the designation, if we want to make it as descending, two different sorting condition, is that possible within this?
We can do that, but give me some time. Okay, I will explain you that part. But now leave for timing. I'll explain you that. But is this clear?
Yes, then it's
I
clear.
think your question is exactly same. I think who asked? Anksha asked.
Ansha
something.
asked the same questions.
Anksha asked, yeah, same question. We'll see that. Okay. But is this clear that how to use multiple when condition in case assessment?
Yes, then it's clear.
Now same query. Okay, so this is done. Any other question, anyone? Any other question, any doubt? Is it clear to everyone? Okay. Then moving to next question. Which question next? Do you have any doubt? Tell me. Any other question, guys?
Not in it.
So this is, I think, a good discussion we have done on order by, and I hope it should be clear to you all. But yes, you please go through the recording again. I will suggest you this is a little bit conceptual and work on the assignment that is more clear. Okay. Please miss the class if you have missed the class. So please go to the recording. Okay, it becomes difficult to understand the next class. Shall I proceed with the next topic now?
Tanvir, hello.
Yeah.
Like the 7th question, can you go? Yeah, I think we discussed in the very beginning of class. That would be the answer of this question.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Okay.
Not using else keyword. That is
Okay.
what I told you. Else is not mandatory.
Okay. Thank you.
Any other question? No. Okay, I'm proceeding with the next topic. If you have any question, you can ask me. So this was all about order by. A few more things are there in order by. We'll discuss that down the line. But as of now, order by, I think it is sufficient. Now, we'll discuss count. Okay. Suppose in this employee table, if I will ask you, same employee table, if I will ask you, this is the total count of records. Okay. So here you can tell that yes, Tanvir, it is 6. But if you have millions of records, you have loaded data, and you're not sure what is the total count. So for that, we have to use this count keyword. count of a star from employee. So this count of a star will give you total number of records in any table. You got 6 output. Very simple. So this is the use of count of a star. This will give you the total number of records in a table. Hope it is clear. Okay. If you're asking that why star, can I give any number? Yes, you can give any number you wish. Okay, I'm writing a count of 1. Still the output is same. Or any number, any random number you give, will give you the total count of records in a table. Hope it is clear, guys.
Yes. So Tanvir, here actually it is showing the number of rows, right? Like
Yes.
what we have in
Yes,
the
yes,
Excel.
yes.
Okay.
Correct. Count will always give you number of rows, number of records. Okay. Fine, clear?
Tanvir, is it not like count one will you like count the values in the first column? So
No. Very big misconception. Big misconception. Let me tell you. This is your employee table. Okay, right? So when I am this is your employee table. So when I'm writing select count of a star from employee, so actually I'm telling my SQL engine to count the records or rows. This is 1 row, this is second row, this is third row, this is fourth row, this is fifth row, this is sixth row. So total you have 6 records in this table. Output will be 6. If I'm writing select count of 1 from employee, so again meaning the meaning is same. Count the number of records, 1, second, third, fourth, fifth, like this. You count the number of records. It is not like if you're writing count of 1, you are telling to count the first record only. No. This is not the meaning. Okay, hope it is clear.
Yeah, clear.
See, if that is the meaning, then here, as per that logic, you should count this column number. But do you have this column number in your table? You don't have, right? Still it is giving output. Correct? So this proves that count of 1 doesn't count the first column. That's a very big misconception. Many students they have this. Okay, hope it is clear to everyone.
Tanvir, I have a question. Can we write that count without any, within brackets without any information? Will it work? Only with open and close brackets. Yeah. Will it work in this condition?
This will throw error message.
Okay, we
Within
need to
bracket,
keep
you have to
something.
write something.
Okay.
Yes, you have to
Will it
provide some
accept
value.
space?
Space, this one.
Yeah.
See, the main thing is why you are passing argument here. Try to understand it.
Okay.
The purpose of the, or else give me some time, then I will tell you what is the purpose of passing argument. Give me some time, please. Okay. But right now, just to answer your question quickly, yes, you have to pass something here, otherwise this will throw error message.
Okay. Yeah.
Any other question? Okay. What if I will give my mobile number? What will happen? Now in this case, what will happen?
Still it will work.
Still this will give you the total number of records in the table. Okay. So you write count of a star, or you write count of any number, whatever you want, any number. Give you the same. Okay, but it's clear. Now, what if I give some character A? Suppose if I write character, I have shown you for numbers it is working. What if I give some character? Then what will happen? Let's check this. It is throwing error message. So characters are not allowed. If you want to write characters, that has to be within quotes. Okay. Now you see. Now I will execute this. It will give you the total count of record. Or else, what about this? What will be the output? What will be the output, guys?
Still it will be the same.
Still it will give you the same output, total number of records.
Tanvir, I noticed that you are entering everything in lowercase, but it is getting converted into uppercase, right?
Here you are telling.
Yes.
Ignore this. Please ignore this. This is heading. This is header.
Okay.
Header has no relevance. Okay, this is for display purpose. So don't get confused with that.
Okay.
Okay, that is just for display purpose. Please ignore that. That is not required. If here you are asking to keep it uppercase, then what will happen? Guess what will happen if I keep it uppercase?
Same.
Same.
Same. It will be.
Same one. Okay. What if I remove this quotes then?
It will throw error message.
Hope it is clear. So count of a star is equivalent to count of any number is equivalent to count of any string. Hope it is clear, guys.
Any
questions?
string should be within quotes, right?
Okay.
Tanvir, any special characters allowed?
This is what you're telling?
Yeah. Yes.
Fine. Is it clear?
Yeah.
No.
Tanvir, if we like pass inside that count any column name,
That
so
is what I'm coming next. That is what I'm coming next. Before I proceed, hope it is clear to everyone.
and one more doubt I have, Tanvir. Like there are so many blogs over the internet where like this is a kind of confusing question. Like count star and count one is more productive than count star. Is it something like this? Everyone is everyone is like this is an interview question. Count one you have to use in production. Yeah, this lab. So what is this?
Story behind that. Quickly, I will answer now, but in detail, I will explain your data point of time.
Because you are telling me now like count star is equal to any number. Then why this much like message there?
Let me answer. We use count of a star or count of one. First of all, the output will be same. Is this clear to everyone? Oh, this is clear to everyone?
Yes.
Count of a star or count of one output is same, right? Okay. Now the question is that which one is better? Which one we should use? Overall performance wise, they both are almost same. Okay, they both are almost same. You can use count of a star or you can use count of one. There is no issue. Okay, almost they both are same. Now, then why it is preferred to use count of one? What is the reason that count of one should be used? And many platforms you will hear that people saying that count of one is better as compared to count of a star. Why? The reason is the star is known as a costly operator. Why it is costly? Because if you're writing select a star, it means you are telling you want all the columns, everything. So in this case, your SQL engine has to scan the entire table. It has to pick all the columns, all the records, and that's a little bit burden for the SQL engine. So that is why it is recommended if you are working on production environment, you should never use a star. This impacts the performance very badly. Why it is impacting badly? So just give me some time, then I will go in detail. But just a very high level, just to answer your question, the star should not be used in production. This impacts the performance. Okay. Now, as a star is not recommended, so that is why count of a star is also not recommended. It is recommended to use count of one. Actually, this is the story. Okay. But if your question is, tell me which one is better. So actually, count of one is little bit in some cases better than count of a star, but that is exceptional. So overall, count of a star and count of one, they both have almost same performance, but it is suggested to use count of one. Okay, even if you use count of a star, no issue, you can use that. But count of one, if you're using, that gives some professional touch. It will give a sense that, okay, you know that star should not be used, it impacts the performance. That's the reason, Ashish. Ashish has asked, right?
Yes, Tanvir. Thank
Have
you.
you answered your question, Ashish? Is that clear?
Yes, yes, Tanvir.
You know, intentionally many things we don't explain in the beginning because I'm afraid that maybe participants will get confused. Once you will reach certain maturity level, then I will bring those concepts. So many things are there. So just give me some time. I'll discuss in more detail about all these things. Okay. I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Now tell me one thing. If I will write select count of SQL from employee, what will be the output? What will be the output, guys?
I think it will throw an error message.
It will
because
throw an error.
Yes, it will throw error message because right now we have discussed that a string must be within quotes. So this will throw error message, right? Okay, we done this. Now it is working. It's in quotes. Okay, good. Now tell me one thing. If I will write select count of ID from employee. Now I am running this. Okay. Oh, I'm surprised that why this is not throwing error message now, although I have not kept within quotes, right?
Is it
ID
because
was
it's a
structure of
column
the
name?
table.
Column name from that table.
Good. So right now we have discussed that if I'm using any string that has to be within quotes, that is what I taught now, right? But when I have given this ID, this is working. This is not throwing error message, correct? So here is the sorry. Here is the exception that sorry. If the string is one of the column of your table, so no need to keep it within quotes. You see, if you see in this employee table, select start from employee table. This ID is one of the column. So if that is one of the column, no need to keep it within quotes. Is that clear? What if I will keep name? Then what will be the output?
It will work because name is also one of the column.
Because name is one of the column name. Okay, it's working. What if I will keep designation?
It will work again.
Okay. So it is working. So hope it is clear, guys. Any question? John, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Not all the way, but yes.
Not all the way. Where is the problem? Where you're not understood?
Well, I guess because I went out to use the restroom, but I'm confused about using the @ sign, you know, where you were explaining initially. But I understand this part.
Okay, you go through the recording then, okay? And let me know.
Yes, I'll watch
Very
the
simple.
recording, no problem.
Sure.
Yes.
Anyone else? Any
Hi,
question? Any
Tanvir.
doubt?
There is
Yeah.
one question.
Yash.
For example, if I have a null record in my table, will it count that as well?
We'll come to that null part.
Okay, fine.
Before that, any question? Anyone so far?
Hey Tanvir, I have a question.
Yeah. Yes. Okay.
What if I want to count the number of people who are working as HOD?
That also will come to that. Just give me some time.
Sure.
Just in this syntax, if you have any question. Scenarios, you can have multiple scenarios. We'll see all these things. But this syntax is clear, no? Count of a star, count of any number, count of any string. What if I write count of column? Hope it is clear. The plain definition is clear, right? Okay.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now there is a twist. Now I am adding a null value, and I hope I have discussed null with you guys. Null, blank, zero difference, right? I hope I have discussed that, guys.
Yes.
Yes, Tanvir.
Now here you can see in this ID column I have inserted a null record. Okay, let me show this to you. You can see in ID I have null, right? Okay, fine. Now listen very carefully. Count of a star from employee. What should be the output? How many records you have?
7 records.
7. Output is 7. Good. Count of any number. What should be the output now?
Still it will be 7.
Still it is 7. Okay. Good. Count of string. What will be the output?
Error message.
Error message. So what I have to do here to fix that? Keep it
Quotes.
within quotes. Okay. Same output. Okay. Now count of ID. I have not kept this ID within quotes. What will happen?
It will work, but the count may be 6 because of null value.
Not coming to count. I know. So if I'm writing ID without quotes, it will work or not? First of all, answer this yes or no.
Yeah, it will work. Yeah,
Why? Why here it will work?
because it's a column name.
Because ID is a column name, so even if you will not keep within quotes, it should work okay. But my question is, if I will keep this within quotes, then
It will work.
It
then
will
also
work.
it will work. Then also it will work, right? Then also it will work. Correct? Okay. Now if I will keep this ID without quotes, okay, then observe the output. Now the output is 6. Oh, confusing. For all these other values, output is 7, but this count of ID is in column and the output is 6. Any guess why?
Because ID is one of the columns, and it's only 6. The 7th one is null value.
Good. Because in this ID column, you have one record which is null. So if you're writing count of a column, please now try to understand it. If you're writing count of a column, and in that column, if you have a null record, SQL engine will not count it. Okay. So you have to be careful here. But what if I will write count of name? Then what will be the output?
It will be 7.
It will be 7 because in name column you don't have any null, right? We have the values. It will count all the values and it will be 7. So count of name is 7. So what we understood, count of any column ignores the null count. Hope it is clear.
Does it work the same way with blank?
No, blank it will count. Blank it will count. I will show you that blank part.
Okay.
Wait, but null part is clear?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
I hope it is clear to everyone. Okay. Now, suppose here the question is that, okay, fine, then we are using this count of a star, count of number. This is giving me the total count. But I am interested in the count of HOD only. I want to find how many HOD employees are there. Then what you have to do? Select count of a star from employee, where designation equals HOD. Okay. So here you are telling to SQL in the SQL count the records from this table, but only those records which have designation equal to HOD. So how many records are there with HOD designation? 2 records, right? So it will give it to us an output. Which the output? Okay.
Yes.
So I will stop here. Now do you have any question, guys? Anyone?
Tanvir, I have a question here. Can you repeat this only? Where? Could you
Yes,
please
Sadiq.
print the table?
Sadiq, can you repeat your question?
Yes, Tanvir, I have a question. So could you please print the table?
Table, okay. Yeah. Yes.
We have null values for name Raz. Okay. If I will imply if I will use where with this instructor, then what will be the output? It will be 3 or 2. And I will use ID in count.
Good question. Good question. That if I have designation is equal to instructor. So if you're writing designation is equal to instructor, and if it is count of a star, it will give you 3. Okay.
Yes.
3. But if you're writing count of ID, now this is over to you. You guys think and tell me for this query what will be the output?
2.
Why?
Because it will
2
not count
because
the null record.
Okay. Hope it is clear. Sadiq, is it clear?
Yes, yes.
So Tanvir, it means like when we pass any column value, it will only count the valid numbers or valid
Yes.
entries there. But when we pass count with any string or like a star there, it will count the number of records or number of rows there,
Yes, including null.
including null.
Null. Yeah,
Yeah.
that is the difference. Count of a star, count of number, count of any string will consider null. Count of any column of that table will ignore null. This is the only difference. That's all.
Okay.
Okay. So any other question?
So Tanvir, so can we see the execution time of a query?
Execution time. Okay. For execution time, like when you're working on that Oracle licensed version, no? So there you have option. You can use that execution time. Okay. But in open source, I don't think so. But I will try to find if there is some command which I can execute that can show. But I doubt it. Okay. But I will try to check. But we have done this. We have used that JMeter. There is a tool for performance. Okay. Earlier we have used that tool. Through that we used to find that timing, that how much time it's taking, response time, and all those things.
What is the tool name?
JMeter.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Any other question? No. Okay. Fine then. I appreciate the interaction you guys have, the questions you're asking, and I will motivate you to keep on asking questions. Okay, make the session interactive. Don't hesitate. So that's all for today. It's Friday.
Tanvir, Ashish this side.
Yeah,
I have one very basic question apart from this. Can I ask you now?
Sure, you can ask.
Yeah, like.
1 minute, Ashish. Sorry. Others, if you want to drop, you can drop. I know you have office commitments. I will not teach any new concept now. So just if anyone has any question, any clarification, you can continue. Yeah, Ashish, please proceed.
Okay, so could you please write one query for me? I will tell you like select. Yes, below. Select and in a string, pass the name, column name. Inside a string. Yes. And from employee, what is the difference between this and the normal name from employee?
Okay. This you are telling.
Yes, because I'm facing this issue while applying the case statement, like converting rows to column. Like I'm doing it, but I want to know the logic behind it.
No, but you see, you are telling you are using this name after select. If you're using this after where, it is different. If you're using after order, it is different.
Actually, I'm using it inside the case statement.
That is different.
But I want to know the logic of it. What is the difference between this and that?
If you're using name here, no. So what will happen? SQL in them will think that, oh, user wants to display it. Because select clause, it is for the display purpose. Okay. So whatever you write here, it is like display. If you write without quotes, so it will check if it is a column of this table, then it will display the column of that table.
Okay.
If you will keep it within quotes, it will display this name only.
Okay. And like when I use
in select.
Okay.
In select, I'm repeating again and again. This is for select. If you're using this name within quotes in where, that will be different. In order by, that will be different. In case, that will be different. Okay.
So like I'm using in a case to like convert the columns into rows. So there I use that.
Then why you're not using pivot? If you know pivot function, you can use that. Pivot and unpivot.
Yes, I understand pivoting and unpivoting, but I want to like do it in a like kind of basic manner.
You show me that Ashish query, okay, or the problem statement. I will look into that, okay, because I'm unable to understand what exactly is the requirement. Okay, but you show me the query, what you have written.
Okay, then. Thank you.
Anvir, one quick question.
Yes, okay.
So here in the when statement, just above the when
The line-
designation equal to
Line number.
89, 90.
89. Yeah.
Here, if you just want to output each category, how do you do it here?
Output of each category. I didn't get your question. Can
Let's say if designation is HOD,
Mhm.
instead of saying one, I just want this to output to a new data set like that.
Should you want output? 1 minute. Yes.
So for example,
Hmm.
we are from employee table, right? EMP table. This is a
table.
single data set, right?
This okay. 1 minute. Let me show. This is the employee table. Okay. Here, what you want?
So let's say we are saying if the designation is HOD, we are saying assign bucket number 1, right?
Then I'm keeping this in bucket number 1. Yes.
So
Then-
instead of that, what I'm saying is, if designation, when designation is equal to HOD, I want those rows of data to output to a new data set.
New data set. Okay.
So if it is professor, I just want it to be output to, let's say, prof data set. If it is instructor, I just want it to be output to a new third data set.
Data set I'm not getting here. What do you mean by data set here?
I mean table, sorry.
Oh, new table. Okay. That is a question, right?
Sorry, in our programming, I mean, in our we use the terms data sets.
Okay. Yeah, it
Yeah,
happens.
sorry.
Last time, one of our participants, he was using data frame because he was working on Python. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
So, okay, no problem. So actually, what you want is, like you were telling that, Tanvir, all the HOD I want to keep in separate tables, all the professor in separate tables, instructor in separate table. Is that your
Yes.
question?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, got it. So for that, what you can do is, now there are two or three scenarios. Okay, I want to understand why you want to keep in separate database, separate tables. Is it like you want to segregate it because maybe that you have a huge volume of data? Then what you can do, you have to create a separate table. Okay, you create a separate table, and in that table you can move the data of this query. Okay. Now that's with this you cannot do that. We have to create first of all separate table, and then in that table we can move the data of this. That separately we have to do. Each and every table you have to create. And if you have to create that for your own purpose only, then you have to create that using your ID. But if you have to create for project purpose that everyone should accept it, everyone should use it, then you have to create that at a schema level. And the syntax is different. I will share with you that.
Okay.
But if your question is, can we do that, Tanvir? Yes, that is possible. And very frequently in projects that are used, we have to we break, because many times I remember I was working in a project and we have 15 or 20 million records. Okay.
Yeah.
So same thing we have done, exactly same scenario. We have break that in multiple tables. And separate tables we have created, temporary tables. But again, that the thing is, like, you have to create for your own purpose, or you want to create at a project level. So that will little bit different. Okay. But yes, answer is yes, you can create that. It is possible.
Okay.
I will share the query when I will come to that part now. I will share those things.
Sure.
Any other?
Tanvir, yeah, I have a question regarding a null value.
Yes,
Can you repeat one more time? I do not understand before that. Yeah, in ID, yeah, why they count, why they do not count null value.
Okay. I will explain. 1 minute. Select. What is that? I think this is the one I've used, right? This is the one.
Yes.
So here you can see count of star giving output as 7. Okay, it will count all the records of the table. Total we have 7 records. Output is 7. Count of any number. Okay, any number. It will give you again 7 because it will count total number of records. Count of any string within quotes, it will give total number of records. Count of ID, which is within quotes, 7. But the question is, why count of ID is giving 6? That is the question. The answer is, here ID is one of the column of this employee table. Okay, let me know this. You can see this ID is one of the column of this employee table. Now, when you're writing count of a column, see here I've written count of a column. Here is the twist. If you're writing count of a column, it will ignore the null. Okay, it will ignore the null. So that is why when your SQL engine is counting it, it has ignored this record, and it is saying that I have only 6 records. That's the concept. So overall count of any column will ignore the null value. That is the story. Have you answered? Is that clear?
Yeah, a bit confusing.
No, I think there should be no confusion. Why? See, let me show this again. This is an employee table, okay? This is the employee table. If I'm writing count of a star, what will happen? It will count all the records. First record, second record, third record, fourth record, fifth record, sixth record, seventh record. Output will be 7. Okay. When you're writing count of ID, okay, so it means you are telling SQL engine to concentrate on the ID column. It will concentrate on this column only. Okay. Now in this column, if you have any null, it will ignore it. You see here you have null. This is null. So it will ignore this. That is the only concept, nothing else. After ignoring it will count it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We give the output as 6. Is that clear?
Yes, thank you. Got it.
Is that clear, Hafiz? Or still you have some confusion?
Yes, Tanvir. Yeah, thank you.
Any other question, anyone? Okay, fine then. I'll meet Monday. Fine. So, fine then. Take care. Bye. Let's meet on Monday.